What if I told you you could own piece of 50 top Indian companies with just one investment? Not 50 separate investments, not 50 different decisions, just one. That's the power of indexes, mutual funds and ETFs. Most beginners get confused between these three. They sound similar but they work very differently. And choosing the wrong one can cost you money or worse. Today I am breaking down all three in simplest way possible. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which one fits your investment style. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Himmat, and if you are new here, this channel is all about building solid foundation in trading and investing. We have already covered how brokers and exchanges works. Today we are talking about most popular investment vehicles for beginners: index, mutual funds and ETFs. These three options have helped millions of people build wealth without picking individual stocks. But most beginners don't understand the differences, and that confusion keeps them away from investing altogether. Let's fix that today. Let's dive in. What is an index? A stock market index is basically a basket of selected stocks that represent the overall market or a specific sector. Think of like a cricket team. Team India represents Indian cricket, right? The team's performance is average of all 11 players. If most players perform well, the team wins. Similarly, an index represents a group of companies. If most companies in that index are doing well, the index goes up. If they are struggling, the index goes down. In India, we have two main indexes. Nifty 50, this is managed by the NSE, the National Stock Exchange. It tracks the top 50 companies listed on NSE. Companies like Reliance, TCS, HDFC Bank, Infosys and ITC. It started in 1995 and today it's the most popular index for Indian investors. Sensex. This is managed by BSE, the Bombay Stock Exchange. It tracks the top 30 companies listed on BSE. It's the oldest index in India, launched in 1986. Many people use it as a benchmark to measure the health of the Indian economy. Here is the key. You cannot directly invest in an index. An index is just a number, a measurement tool. But, and this is the important, you can invest in funds that track these indexes. And that's where mutual funds and ETFs comes in. Let me give you a real life example. So this makes complete sense. Let's talk about Nifty. Right now, Nifty 50 is around 26,000 points. But what does that number actually means? It's a weighted average of top 50 companies. Some companies have more weights than others. For example, Reliance has the higher weightage than smaller companies. So if Reliance stocks goes up by 5%, it will pull the Nifty up more than if a smaller companies rise by 5%. Now here is the practical part. Let's say at the start of 2024, Nifty was at 21,700. Today it's around 26,000. That's a gain about 2,500 points, roughly 20%. It tells you that on average, if you had invested in companies that make up the Nifty 50, you would have made on 20% return. And this is why indexes are so powerful. You don't need to analyze 50 individual companies, you just track the index. But remember, you still can't invest directly in index itself. To actually invest and get those returns, you need a mutual fund or an ETF that tracks the index. Alright, so now you understand what an index is. It's a basket, a measurement tool, but how do you actually invest in it? How do you buy that basket? That's where mutual funds comes in. Let me explain. What is a mutual fund? Now let's talk about mutual funds. A mutual fund is basically a pool of money collected from many investors, people like you and me, and invested in stocks, bonds and other assets by a professional fund manager. Think of like this. You and 99 other friends want to invest in a stock market, but none of you know which stocks to buy. None of you have time to research, and everyone has different amount of money. Some have 1,000, some have 50,000. So what do? You all pull your money together, hire an expert, a fund manager, and that expert invests the pooled money on behalf of everyone. That's exactly what a mutual fund is. Now there are different types of mutual funds. 1. Index funds. These are the mutual funds that simply track an index like Nifty 50 or Sensex. The fund manager doesn't try to beat the market, they just replicate it. This is called passive management. 2. Actively managed funds. Here is the fund manager actively picks stocks trying to beat the market. For example, Nifty gives 12% return, the manager aimed for 15 to 18%. But of course, there is no guarantee. 3. Debt funds. These invest in the bonds and fixed income securities instead of stocks. Lower risk, more stable returns. 4. Hybrid funds. A mix of stocks and bond. Balance risk and reward. For a beginner, index funds are the simplest and the safest way to start. You are not relying on the fund manager's skills, you are just investing in the whole market. Let me walk you through exactly how this works with a real example. Step 1. You decide to invest 10,000 rupees in a mutual fund. Let's say an index fund which tracks Nifty 50. The fund manager pull your 10,000 with the money with other thousands of other investors. Let's say the total fund size is become 10 crore. The fund manager uses that 10 crore rupees to buy stocks. Since it's an index fund tracking Nifty 50, the manager buys all 50 stocks in the same proportion as the Nifty index. Step 4. You don't directly own these stocks. Instead, you own units of mutual funds. Each unit has a price called NAV, Net Asset Value. Let's say the NAV is 50 per unit. Your 10,000 investment gives you 200 units. Step 5. Now, as time passes, if the stocks in the fund perform well, the NAV increases. Let's say after 1 year, the NAV rises to 60. Your 200 units now worth 12,000 rupees. You have made a profit of 2,000. That's a 20% return. Of course, if market falls, your NAV can also drop. But over a long term, 5 years, 10 years or 15 years, indexes like Nifty have historically given good returns, around 10 to 12% a year on an average. One more thing, the fund manager charges a small fee called the expense ratio. For index funds, it's usually very low, around 0.1 or 0.5% per year. For actively managed funds, it can be 1% or 2%. This fee is automatically deducted from your returns. So that's mutual funds. Pooled money managed by experts. Easy to invest in, but there is one problem with mutual funds. You can only buy or sell them once a day at the end of the trading day. And sometimes there is a delay in getting your money back. ETFs solve that problem. Let me show you how. What is an ETF? Now let's talk about ETFs, exchange traded funds. An ETF is basically a hybrid between a mutual fund and a stock. It combines the best of both worlds. Like a mutual fund, an ETF is a basket of stocks that tracks an index like Nifty 50. But unlike mutual fund, an ETF trades on the stock exchange, just like a regular stock. Here is what that means. With a mutual fund, you can only buy or sell at the end of the day. The NAV is calculated once after market hours. So if you place an order at 11 am, you won't know the exact price until 6 or 9 pm. With an ETF, you can buy and sell anytime during market hours, 9:15 am to 3:30 pm. The prices change live, just like a stock. You see the price in real time and buy instantly. Let me give you the key differences. Mutual funds buy or sell once per day. ETFs buy or sell anytime during market hours. Mutual fund NAV updated at end of the day. ETFs price changes live. With mutual funds, no stock exchange needed. For ETF, you need a demat account, same as stocks. For mutual funds, slightly higher expense ratio, usually 0.5 to 2%. And for ETFs, it's a lower expense ratio, usually 0.05 to 0.5%. Some popular ETFs in India includes Nippon India ETF Nifty 50, HDFC Nifty 50 ETF or SBI ETF Nifty 50. All of these track the Nifty 50 index, but they track like stocks on NSE. Let me show you exactly how ETF work with a practical example. Step 1. Open an trading app, Zerodha, Grow, Upstock, whatever you use. Search for an ETF. Let's say you want to invest in Nifty 50. So you can search for Nifty Biz. The ticker symbol is Nifty Biz for Nippon India Nifty 50 ETF. You will see the live price. This price changes every second during market hours, just like a stock. You decided to buy, enter the quantity, let's say 10 units, click buy, trade executed instantly. Now here is why this is powerful. Let's compare. Scenario 1, you have 25,000 to invest. With a mutual fund, you place an order at 11 am. The NAV is calculated at 9 pm after market closes. Let's say NAV comes to 250. You will get 100 units. With an ETF, you check the live price at 11 am. The price is 243.5. You buy instantly and you will get 102 units. Trade is done in 2 seconds. See the difference. With an ETF, you got more units because you bought at the lower price in real time. With the mutual fund, you had to wait to accept whatever end of the day price was. This is the flexibility ETFs gives you. You control. Let's bring it all together: index, mutual funds and ETFs. What are differences and which one should you choose? First, the index. This is just a measurement tool like Nifty 50 or Sensex. It tracks a basket of stocks. You cannot invest directly into index. It's just a number. Second, mutual funds. This is how you actually invest in that index. You pool money with other investor. A fund manager buy the stocks and you own the units. You can buy and sell once a day. NAV is calculated after market closes. Great for beginners because it's simple. You don't need a demat account and you can start SIP with as little as 100 per month. Third, ETFs. This is the same as mutual fund but it trades like a stock. You can buy and sell anything during market hours. The price changes live. You need a demat account. ETFs have lower expense ratio, which means you keep more of your returns. So which one should you choose? If you are complete beginner and you want simplicity, start with mutual funds, specifically an index fund. Set up an SIP, invest every month and forget about it. This is the easiest, most hands-off approach. If you are comfortable with stocks and trading, go for ETFs. They are cheaper, more flexible and give you real-time control. Plus, you can use them for intraday trading if you want, though I don't recommend that for beginners. Bottom line, both are excellent options. Both will give you exposure to the entire market. Pick whichever fits your style. Let's recap the key takeaways. 1. An index is a basket of stocks that measures market performance. Nifty 50 tracks top 50 companies. Sensex tracks top 30 companies. You cannot directly invest in an index. 2. Mutual fund is a pooled investment managed by a professional. You buy units and the fund manager invests in stocks on your behalf. You can only buy or sell once a day. 3. An ETF. ETF is like mutual fund but trades like stocks. You can buy and sell anytime during market hours. It has lower fees and gives you real-time pricing. 4. For beginners, index mutual funds are the safest and simplest way to start. Set up an SIP, invest regularly and let compounding do its magic over 10 to 15 years. 5. If you are comfortable with trading, ETFs are the best option. Lower cost, more flexibility, real-time control. The key lessons: you don't need to pick individual stocks to build wealth. Investing in an index through a mutual fund or ETF gives you diversification across top companies in India. And historically, indexes like Nifty 50 has delivered 10 to 12% return over long term. So that's the complete breakdown. Indexes, mutual funds and ETFs. These are the building blocks of smart long-term investing. Most beginners overthink things. They spend months researching stocks, trying to find the next big winner. But the truth is 90% of investors would better off just investing in Nifty 50 index fund and holding it for 10 years. It's simple, it's boring and it works. If this video cleared your confusion about index, mutual funds and ETFs, hit that like button. It helps algorithm to show this to more beginners who need it. Drop a comment below. Do you invest in mutual funds or ETFs, or are you still picking individual stocks? I would love to hear. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video. Keep learning, keep growing and remember, investing is a marathon, not a sprint.